television has harbored a monster. Nickelodeon has successfully brainwashed generations into loving a creature capable of unimaginable psychological warfare. We were told he was just a simple guy. A guy who loves Krabby Patties, staring at walls and sleeping. But today, the rock is being lifted. The mask is slipping off and fading away. Patrick Star is not stupid. He is a calculated, gaslighting, chaotic, evil mastermind. Welcome to my channel. We've never met before unless you're here for my TikTok. And if you are, how did you find me? Are you stalking me? Are you looking for me? Are you watching me? Hey, we meet again. Welcome to my channel. I'm not gonna introduce myself because that's not needed. I think that this video is going to do enough introducing whatever. However, all you need to know is that my name is Ari. This is my channel, archiveari, an archive of my thoughts and feelings and everything that I love. I have my trusty handy dandy notes and iPad here. My whole life is on this thing. And I know that's crazy to say, but it really is. I'm always with it. And B, my trusty handy dandy dog / director is sitting right here. Everybody say hi, Simba. Say hi. Oh. Anyways, we were told that he was a regular guy. It's SpongeBob's best friend. We've also been duped that Squidward is the villain. Mind you, Squidward just wants to be left alone. Now, wait, hold up, scratch the record. Is Squidward a villain? He absolutely is sometimes and can be. We've seen it time and time again where SpongeBob and Patrick sometimes minding his business. Don't get me wrong, we know SpongeBob can meddle. That boy can meddle. But ultimately, you know, he's just a man wanting peace, wanting to mind his business. But here comes his neighbors being outrageous and overbearing. I would feel the same way too if I, lived beside a loud sponge and a loud starfish who doesn't know what to do. But that's beside the point. Squidward is for another day. We're talking about Patrick here. The real villain of SpongeBob SquarePants. He lives under a rock. He probably doesn't even pay taxes. He's manipulating the entire population. We see it time and time again. Literally. Oh, you're just overthinking it. Oh, what are we talking about? Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. Guys, as a SpongeBob connoisseur, is that how you say that word? I basically have a degree in this. While I'm getting my degree, I have a degree in SpongeBob SquarePants. Let's take a look at Patrick Star's rap sheet. Weaponized incompetence. First, to understand Patrick, you first have to understand his greatest weapon. Weaponized incompetence. Case file. Okay, the episode with the wringer. When SpongeBob gets stuck in a literal clothes wringer, a normal best friend would call emergency services. I don't know, pull him out, or just do something to help his friend. Instead, he permanently trapped SpongeBob inside it by gluing his best friend into the wringer. You don't have to be smart to know that that's stupid. Hello, can we lock in? Think about this. Think about what SpongeBob felt in that moment to know that his friend is stupid. And it's so crazy because SpongeBob is actually enabling this stuff. And you're just like, hello? What are we talking about? And it's just he permanently trapped his best friend in the medieval torture device, basically, because that's exactly what it was. Had absolutely no remorse, by the way, for a lot of things he does. Like the time he got mad when SpongeBob didn't give him a Valentine's Day present. Hello, he was trying to tell you that he was, but you're not listening. You're not listening. When you take a look at Patrick Star, look at his eyes. Look at those eyes. Tell me, do you see any thoughts, any remorse? No. There's malice, and that's all it is. That's all that's there, and that's all that will be there.
Take a minute, take it in.
It only gets worse. It only gets worse. Let's look at the episode. The card. SpongeBob spends his life savings, I don't even know if it was his life savings, to buy the mermaid trading card, the one that was absolutely super rare. It moved and it had it was I want to say a flip book. They talked and it was really cool. Patrick comes in, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he use SpongeBob's money to buy, that was another episode. SpongeBob had money and he was holding a bunch of comic books. Patrick saw the book at the end and it was like, oh, get your song recorded and or whatever if you pay the amount of money. SpongeBob's wallet dropped out. Mind you, theft. Thank you. Hello.
Theft.
Patrick picks it up, says,
"Oh, money."
I think it was like $20 or whatever. Hello. SpongeBob repeats and tries to tell him, hey, that's my wallet. But he goes on like,
"Oh, I found this. I did this."
Proceeds to spend said money and get a song recorded, and then SpongeBob just forgets about it. Like, your best friend is a thief and you're just condoning that? Mind you, the song was a bunch of nothing. The song was horrible. The song was trash. That's what it was. And then he had the nerve to say, hey,
how do you like it?
And SpongeBob co-signs it. If you ask me, they're a bunch of dummies, both of them, but we already knew that. That's nothing new. Anyways, back to the trading cards. He used the trading cards to clean his ears, wipe the mud off his shoe, and threatened to burn it over an open fire. Hello. And he sat there and did it right in front of his face while his best friend was following him all day because he promised that SpongeBob could have the card after he was done with him. And at the end of the day, guess what? He neglected to tell SpongeBob that he had 4 more of the cards in the pack. So he stressed out his best friend for the whole day. For nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like a nothing burger. Is that saying? Is that like what the cool kids say nowadays? Is that what Gen Z says nowadays? Besides the fact that I am Gen Z. Shh. Quiet on the creek. We don't talk about that. We are going to go to the dictatorship. Now, defenders of Patrick will be like, oh, he's just dumb. Oh, he doesn't know any better. He doesn't, he needs help. He's a little bit, uneducated side. But this has also been debunked many times. But specifically, this time, we're going to go to the episode with the crown, where Patrick was in fact crowned as king. Due to the lineage, we saw the paper. We obviously know in the end that it was wrong and that it was a lie the whole time, as usual. Let's look at what he did when he got a single ounce of systematic authority. Once again, you're probably watching this. Hey, mind you, it's never this serious for a SpongeBob episode. Well, to me it is. He discovers that he's next in line and he becomes King Patrick. Most people, when they become king, maybe they might throw a party, make Krabby Patties free, housing free, parties, beaches, stores. That's what most people do. What did Patrick do? He immediately established a dystopian, authoritarian regime. Oh my god. But I thought he was dumb. I thought that he was stupid. He didn't have the education as everybody else. Mind you, I don't think anybody in SpongeBob went to college. I might be wrong. Wait, let me think. Maybe Squidward did. I think I remember something about him going to college, but I don't know. That's besides the point. None of them, and especially Patrick, has not went to college before. We know this. During that episode, he stole from Mr. Crab by going into eating a bunch of Krabby Patties. He stole from the man who had just finished his 40-year collection of comics. Stole an old man's walker. He stole a bump off of Squidward's head. Mind you, this is literally reiterating what I believe of him being a thief. Thief. That is what Patrick is. A thief. A literal thief. But oh, he's so stupid and lovable. We can just let it slide. Alright. And the episode is crucial. It proves that Patrick's lovable dummy routine is entirely dependent on his lack of resources, like no school, nothing in his home, and all that stuff. But the absolute second he obtained legal immunity, the mask slipped. It fell. It dissolved. It just went away. It was nowhere to be found. He didn't implement any taxes for the good of the kingdom of the Bikini Bottom. He implemented them to satisfy his own gluttony and greed. He's a tyrant at heart. Please, I'm begging y'all. He is a tyrant, a thief, a no good, backstabbing starfish. Yes, I believe this wholeheartedly. You're saying, hey, this is surface level SpongeBob stuff. Not for the normal people. The normal people don't know about this. The normal people need to be informed. I feel like I'm a newscaster. I should be in a news, put me at a desk at a news station. WGTV, Bikini Bottom News. Thank you for tuning in today. This is your daily forecast, and I'm your host, Ari. Thank you for listening in. Make me the newscaster for Bikini Bottom at this point. The rest of them aren't doing the right thing. We've seen this time and time again. The cycle of toxicity. This episode is for the footage of Sister Sam when Patrick Starr's sister Sam comes home. If you want to understand why a villain is the way they are, we have to look at the family dynamics. Now, I can say when we first saw the episode, I think everybody was shocked. I was definitely shocked, like mind blown. When Patrick's sister Sam comes to visit, she isn't rude, she's a public safety hazard. Avengers level threat, public safety hazard. And everybody just thinks it's normal. Nobody's concerned except SpongeBob and Squidward. Patrick clearly doesn't care. She has a temper tantrum, and we see this when she hurls boulders at Squidward and SpongeBob's house, reducing their properties to literal rubble, to nothingness. And it's just so crazy because everybody's just so cool about it except two people whose houses are being destroyed. SpongeBob and Squidward are seen in the episode as it happens, standing there, homeless, bewildered, traumatized. Understandably, how does the heroic best friend, Patrick Star, handle this? He gaslights them, like usual. As we all know, he turns around and attacks SpongeBob for being upset that his house was pulverized by a giant starfish. Like, this isn't just any regular starfish. What are we talking about? Nobody's scared? I know I'm scared. Like, really scared. Uber scared. Overly scared. Too scared. He enables the destruction, shifts the blame to SpongeBob and Squidward, the victims, by the way. He acts like they're the villain for wanting their shelters, their homes to stay intact and not be attacked. But okay, we know who the real villain here is. The behavior from this episode matches with the infamous episode I'm What's Stupid, where SpongeBob pretends to be an idiot to make Patrick look good in front of his parents. Spoiler alert, those were not his parents. Don't get me started. What does Patrick do? He immediately buys into his own lie, starts genuinely insulting SpongeBob, making him look crazy, and drives him out of his own home. Patrick doesn't have loyalty to SpongeBob, trust me. He doesn't. If you have that idea, then you need to reevaluate your opinions on SpongeBob and Patrick. The only thing that Patrick has loyalty to, I couldn't even tell you honestly, probably just Krabby Patties, and that's it, and that is all. That's literally all I can think of. Patrick has loyalty to the chaos. SpongeBob is just a convenient, soft, porous tool that Patrick uses for free entertainment, emotional validation, and complimentary Krabby Patties. Mind you, if SpongeBob wasn't making Krabby Patties, would Patrick still be his friend? Would he? Would he still be there in the end? I guess we'll find out. Maybe in another life. Maybe now. Maybe this one. Maybe next year. Maybe in 10 years. 20, 25, 30. We'll never know because he'll always be that lovable, stupid best friend. Let's look at the final rap sheet. Literal criminal rap sheet. Count 1, grand larceny and theft of property under a royal dictatorship. Count 2, multivariable gaslighting and psychological abuse of a fast food fry cook. Count 3, domestic property damage facilitation. Count 4, extreme tax evasion. You can't tell me that he files taxes under the Bikini Bottom IRS. There's no way he does. Him and Mr. Krabs are probably in the same boat for tax evasion. And I already know Mr. Krabs is a tax evader. Like, pro. Absolute pro. Squidward Tentacles was never a villain. Squidward's just a tired, underpaid retail worker trapped in a psychological horror story facilitated by a pink starfish. There's no way you can tell me that we have to believe that he's just some stupid starfish. Clearly there's something in the bigger picture here, and nobody's digging deep into it. That's why I'm here for you. That's what I'm here to do. That's why I have to be the one to dig deep and look into the facts and the stories to see right versus wrong. Guys, this is so funny. This is my first video and I'm working with a new editor. This will be her first impression of me besides my TikTok page, and it's so funny because it's like, what did she just get herself into? Like, who is this girl that I have to edit? Why is she talking about SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star? Like it's some serious, you know, thing that needs to be brought to attention. You guys should go check out her pages. She'll put them at the bottom. And if you guys want your videos edited, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, go check out her socials right here or in the description below. I'll link them there. And you guys should also go check out her edits on TikTok. She is so lovely. She does an amazing job and she's so nice and so fun to work with and so cool. So go check her out. And if you don't, I'm gonna be under your bed tonight. I don't even know what my next YouTube videos are gonna be about. If you want to see any more content from me, and if you felt like this video was too short, please let me know. And if you feel like I left out any of Patrick's tyranny and crimes, please leave them in the comments below. We'll see him in a state penitentiary. Is that how you say that word? Make sure to smash that like button. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there and don't trust any starfish. Thank you for watching. We're on to you, Patrick Star. We are.